Good evening, ladies. Are you still processing the Love Yourself Mastermind class from this afternoon? I know I am. So, Rhonda and I just got done with her soul destiny reading, and her mind was blown. And she also discovered what her lunar sign was. Her mind was blown. So I thought I would go ahead and just record this video to do the card pull and reading rather than just post the pictures of the cards themselves, because I did pull so many cards and miraculously they started to tell a story. The cards don't lie. So I'm just grateful and thankful that with inspired action, everything today, hopefully and prayerfully for you guys, was a blessing. So I know for me it was just getting out of my comfort zone and breaking through and loving myself, and in turn loving you, is going to be a start of some amazing things for me in the upcoming year. So operating in my gifts, serving you and loving you and sharing with you is definitely what I am born, called, and chosen to do. So without further ado, let's get into these cards. I do have my pink quartz here, pink rose quartz. If you don't know, that represents love. And of course, we talked about love yourself today. So love energy was in the space on today. I also have my inhaling salts, and these magic crystals are infused with clearing blend of essential oils. And basically, you just pop the lid. They just smell so good. So I got these from May Monroe, and she is one of my energy healing coaches. And this is what they look like. I think Kiana had some with her today too. So yeah, let us begin. All right. So, and in no particular order, we'll see what story they tell this time. Ladies, you are supported. You are supported. On this journey, I want you to know that it took a lot for us to get on here today and be authentic and transparent. We had laughter, we had tears, we had aha moments. We looked at some of the darker, more uncomfortable sides of ourselves, but guess what? You are supported, because a lot of those dark shadows and ugly things that we didn't want to reveal, and pulling back that onion, each and every one of us on that masterclass today, on that Zoom, we're experiencing some of those exact same feelings. We learned today that narcissism, while it is a personality, while there are people that move and breathe and have their being in a narcissistic personality disorder, we learned that there are also narcissistic personality traits that we can acquire, and that we can actually pick up along the way due to toxic relationships and different situations that we have put ourselves in, and through defense mechanisms or walls that we build up, or even smoke screens, or even denial, and just operating too much in self and ego, and we can develop narcissistic traits. So again, you are supportive. If any of those things rang true for you, don't be embarrassed to yourself. Acknowledge those things so that you can work through them. Okay? Be your authentic self. We talked about showing up as your authentic self. When you are faking it to make it, fitting in just to get in, guess what? You're attracting the riffraff. You're not attracting your tribe. You're not attracting the people that you're called to serve. You're not attracting the people that are called to serve you, because you're vibrating on a lower frequency. You're not even vibrating on a frequency that would attract the people that are attracted to you, because you're being false. So when you learn to love yourself and vibrate at your highest frequency possible and your authentic frequency, your vibe will attract your tribe. So show up as your authentic self. You will attract your soulmate, your twin flame, your love of your life, your business partner, the abundance that you deserve, and you have to match the frequency of the things that you want to attract. So be your most authentic self. Follow what makes you happy. Stop doing things that don't resonate with you. Stop saying yes to the things that don't feel authentic and true to you. So follow what makes you happy, even if it's unconventional, even if it's marching to the beat of your own drum, even if it doesn't sit well with those closest to you. Be your authentic self and your tribe will show up. Use your personal power. When you learn to love yourself, you will use your personal power for good and not for evil. You will use it to bless and not to curse. So we talked about how sometimes women sit around the water fountain and we kind of drag other women and things like that. And we use our tongue not to edify, but to tear down. In essence, we're actually tearing down ourselves. Sometimes we tear other people down to make ourselves feel better. And that is also a sign of self-loathing. And it's a sign that we don't love ourselves. So use your personal power, not only to edify and compliment and praise others, but yourself as well. Resolution and healing. By identifying the things that we don't particularly care for, that are those dark things that make us uncomfortable about ourselves, we will achieve resolution and healing. So dig deep and be authentic and true to yourself so that we can resolve issues and that we can begin that healing process so that we can show up as our authentic selves and live the life that we were actually destined and called to live. Release and surrender. Anything that you are holding on that does not support your greatest and highest good, it's got to go. Toxic relationships, toxic businesses, jobs that don't serve you, just anything, unforgiveness, just anything negative, anything weighing you down, right? Release and surrender, because none of those things are serving a positive purpose in your life. We talked about, forgiveness is going to come up at some point as I'm pulling. But we talked about how these negative energies, these dense energies, are not serving you in any capacity whatsoever. They are actually hindering you, and they're blocking your blessings. So release and surrender so you can start to receive your blessings. New love. It's real easy to show love and give love and support to everything and everyone around you. But it's not authentic and it's not true until you love yourself. So the new love that you need to be seeking first is to fall in love with you. We talked about hugging yourself, touching yourself. When you're putting on that lotion, tell your body, I love you. Tell your arms, I love you. Your legs, your breast, your womb, your yoni, all of that. Show love to your body and it will love you back. Fall in love with yourself. Begin the transformation process from the inside out. Healing begins from the inside out. We could put on the hair, the lashes, the nails, the booty, the boobies, the tattoos, the jewelry, the heels, the perfume, the bags, all that. But if what's going on inside of us is a bag of dead men's bones, none of that matters. The transformation begins on the inside. When you clean the inside of the cup, the outside will take care of itself. You will just begin to glow, mama. So allow that transformation process to take place. And then begin to connect to confidence. You are beautiful. You are intelligent. You are talented. You are beautiful. You are intelligent. You are powerful. You are beautiful. You are intelligent. You are a thing of magical beauty and manifestation. Own that. Walk into the room. Own it. Command the room. Look at yourself in the mirror. Do some mirror work. And each day, look in that mirror and tell yourself, I love you. I love you. I love you. As many times as you need to say it. Bring yourself to tears or laughter or whatever. Put a smile on your own damn face. But begin to move and to connect to confidence. And not false confidence that is masking the insecurity. Worry not. Nothing to fear, nothing to worry about. You are supported, you are valued, and you are loved. Not only by the universe, but by all the women that you now are part of a tribe with in this group. Begin to find out your life purpose. If you have already met with me and got your free gift, and we start talking about your soul destiny, you now know who you are and why you're here and what you're here to do. So, come on out of the closet, get out of the rut, and let's start fulfilling your life purpose. Forgiveness. This is a big one. This is a big one. Somehow, when we forgive people, we feel like it's not fair because they're getting away with it. The problem is when you don't forgive them, you're taking on the karma and that belongs to them, the suffering that belongs to them, the angst, the uncomfortability, the mental anguish and despair, and all the feelings that come with being so freaking angry with somebody and unforgiving. You know the body language. Every time you see them, your nostrils flare, you get a headache, your stomach start hurting. All that stuff at the mention of their name, right? That's all unforgiveness. Unforgiveness is like you drinking poison and expecting them to die. You are blocking your blessings. That is negative energy. Imagine black smoke just taking up space in your temple, preventing the light from coming in to cleanse your chakras and to allow your energy centers to function properly. That's unforgiveness. That's blockage. You're blocking your blessings. It's not helping you one bit to not forgive somebody. If Christ can forgive you, who are you not to forgive someone? Let that sink in. Forgive. It's so worth it. It's for you more than it is for them. And guess what? Once you forgive someone, you now release them to the karma that belongs to them. And you will live to see their demise. And it's not that you even have to wish evil upon anyone. They gonna get what they deserve. But right now, you not forgiving them. You getting what they deserve and watching them live their best life, and you can't figure it out. You trying to figure out, dang, they just living out here like living their best life and acting like ain't nothing happened and after what they did to me. No, because you sitting up here tripping. You making them able to live their best life because you're holding on to the karma that belongs to them. I hope that makes sense. Speak your truth. Truth goes against mainstream. Truth is stranger than fiction. Truth goes against indoctrination and herd mentality of the culture. We talked about culture and how the root word of culture is cult. You are a sovereign being. You have individual and inspired gifts that you are here to share with the collective. You are here to help wake people up out of that deep sleep and herd mentality so that they can experience the shift of consciousness that is taking place right now. And so that they can become their single, unique, and whole spiritual being self that they were called, created, and born to be. You know the truth, but you also know that the truth makes people uncomfortable. So you've suppressed it. You undercover with it. You know, you may still be involved in some of the traditional things that you were once in as a young person, as a child. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But a lot of you have outgrown some of that. A lot of you see the hypocrisy in that. A lot of you understand that there is a church on every single corner of every single city, of every single state in these United States. And where has it gotten the country? Where's the healing? Where's the hope? Where is the justice? Where is the peace? Speak your truth. Set people free. Relationships. Innately, we desire relationships, not just with the opposite sex, but even with women. Most of us want to bond with each other, but we have been socialized to hate on one another, to be jealous of one another, to compare ourselves with one another. Let's learn to extend our hand and to help one another in sisterhood and build bonds of lasting and trusting relationships. The only competition that you have is with the person in the mirror. Do not compare yourself with other people. And when you love yourself, you can love others. New beginnings and opportunities are coming up for each and every person that was on this mastermind class. Every single last one of us. There's not a person that was in the class today that is meant to stay stuck in the energy and in the current situation that they're in. I can't think of one person that's not going through some type of disruption or change right now. Mentally, physically, spiritually, relationally, whatever the case may be. But this is all good. This is all good. So embrace it. Change is good. Endless abundance. You were created for endless abundance. And basically we talked about how abundance is energy. How miraculously when there are things that you want to do, places you want to go, and sometimes things that you need, the provision just shows up. You don't have to be a millionaire to be abundant. But you can become a millionaire when you understand how energy works. When you begin to appreciate, instead of depreciate your value, you will attract more abundance to yourself so that you can begin to help others and have the resources to be philanthropic and give to others. Because the money will just continue to flow into you and then back out. Detach and move on. Release whatever is no longer serving you. Relationships, jobs, situationships, whatever the case may be. Detach and move on without fear. Study and learning. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. You're going to be learning new things. Some of the things that I have said to you, write down keywords if I've said something that doesn't make sense to you. We are in the process of a shift in consciousness, moving from the third and fourth dimension into the fifth. It's called the dawning of the age of Aquarius. If you don't know what that is, look it up and research it because you're in it. It's happening whether you know what it is or not. You're a participant, whether you understand it or not. So it would be great for you to know what it is and to understand what it is so that you can actively participate and so that you can actively play a role in your ascension process. Okay? This is divine timing for you to be learning how to love yourself, for you to be learning about the shift of consciousness for such a time as this, as we're moving into the winter solstice 12/21 and the conjuncture of the planets. Look that up. Trust your intuition. It ain't never lied. Anytime you have made a decision that went against your intuition, on the hind side of that thing, you will say, dang it, I shoulda, or dang it, I shoulda listened to my, oh dang, I knew I shoulda. You always have a second thought. And you have regret when you don't follow your intuition. Your intuition is a gift from the divine. Intuitively, he's given that to us. So, trust it. Joy. Joy comes when you love yourself, when you are aligned with spirit, when you're moving in your gifts, when you're whole, when you're single, unique, and whole, when you ain't hating on nobody, when you're not triggered. Okay? I didn't talk about triggers in the class today, but I want to talk just briefly about triggers. Do not allow triggers to define you. You don't get to say, that's just the way I am. That's not okay. No, that's not the way you are. That's the way that you are deciding to be. You developed a trigger based on some type of traumatic experience, either in this life or in past lives or in your subconscious, a fear, an accident, a violation, something. But you got triggered and it left an impression upon you. So whenever something that resonates with that incident takes place, either feelings of abandonment, betrayal, being territorial with people and situations, or fears, phobias, things of that nature cause triggers. And for you just to own up to, well, I got triggered, and you just leave it at I'm triggered and don't try to work through those triggers, you are allowing those triggers to become a personality trait, and you pouring that cement and allowing it to get hard and become a part of who you are. But it was not part of your spiritual DNA. It's not intended for you to be a triggered person. I hope this makes sense. So stop making excuses and stop lying on yourself. You may have gotten triggered, but don't allow triggers to define you. Triggers will rob you of your joy. Okay? Why? Because they're going to come up every day. If you triggered, you're going to get triggered every day. Work it out. Work through it, not around it. Worthiness and receptivity. You are worthy, and people will receive you. The right people will receive you when you show up as your authentic self. You are worthy, and you have something to offer. And people are waiting for you. People are looking for you. And Kiana, thank you. Thank you for seeing me long time ago and waiting for me. You are on the right path. Being here on this class today, that was a step. You are on the right path to healing. You are on the right path to loving yourself. Loving yourself is going to hurt like hell. It's going to hurt just like loving a boyfriend. You are in a relationship with yourself. You're going to break up with yourself. All that, right? But you are on the right path. Don't get off of it. Love yourself. And have faith that you've made the right selection, that you've made the right choice, and that you're worth it. Move through fear, not around it, through it. Move through fear. Move through it. Because on the other side of fear is everything that you desire. Everything that you're trying to get to. Your authentic self is on the other side of fear. The people who love you and are waiting for you and looking for you to support you and your business and your new life journey is on the other side of fear. Compassion and unconditional love for yourself. Unconditional. Love yourself, flaws and all. dimples, wrinkles, cellulite, crooked teeth, knock knees, bow legs, all that. Love yourself. You're beautiful. We are fearfully and wonderfully made, but we need to work through the fearfully and get to the wonderfully. Expand your perspective. It is time to shed old paradigms and belief systems that are no longer serving us, that have kept us in bondage and kept us stagnant. Okay? Expand your beliefs. It's okay to question. It's okay to dip your toe in the water. And listen. Listen. Listen to spirit. Listen to others that are having these conversations. Even things that don't necessarily resonate with you. Eat the fish and throw out the bones. And last but not least, stand your ground. When you can get to the point where you can stand your ground for yourself, that's when you truly love yourself. Ask spirit to put a no in your spirit. No to what does not resonate with you. No to what is no longer serving you. No to what is not supporting your greatest and your highest good. Thank you once again for coming to the Love Yourself Mastermind class on 12/12/2020 at 12 noon with Sean P. Lang. I love you. I'm grateful and thankful for you. And again, I hope this has been an awesome and amazing experience for you, because it truly has been for me. Until next time, when we have our healing circle and we begin to process through all that we have learned and come together to shed all those limiting beliefs and stinking thinking, and to purge the narcissistic and sabotaging behaviors and all the things that we talked about that prevent us from loving ourselves. We're going to get together and we're going to do that. Yo and I are preparing that. So be on the lookout. Talk soon. Love you. Bye-bye now.